I can't believe you would grab me a non-alcoholic beverage like that.
That's what you deserve, Loyal.
Deserve the Budweiser. Cheers.
I prefer Heineken. Heineken's a better beer.
I disagree.
Why?
It's skunky.
I mean, it's
You know what causes
thick.
you know what causes that skunkiness?
Tell me.
It's that the sunlight penetrates the glass and makes it skunky.
Wait a minute. I'm talking about the canned ones. Ones that come in the can.
That's an interesting kind. I never thought of that because the can's blocking the sun.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
It's
Maybe
better
I'm
out
wrong.
of the can.
Wait a second. Is it? Let's see. Let's see. What makes beer skunky? Let's see what it is. Let's see. Because I always thought it was like the sunlight. Didn't you?
No, I always was like, oh, I'll go with the cans so I can just avoid that problem altogether, even for this shirt.
Interesting. Because, because I know, like, it seems like all the ones that are in clear glasses, like Corona and all that, they seem a little skunky too. That's why I always thought it was the sunlight. But let's see here. What makes beer? All right.
All right. What does it say?
Oh, that's not what we want.
Nah, skunks. Hold on a second. Let's talk about skunks for a minute.
Skunks.
I see skunks in my backyard all the time, and
I got chased by a skunk.
Did you win?
A little baby one right in front of my house. It was freaking hilarious.
I thought I saw one living in a cat house I have in my backyard, but it was a possum. Big white possum.
Possums are freaking ferocious.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't put it past a possum.
All right. When hops are boiled down to make beer, they release a chemical compound called isoalpha acid. They're bitter on their own, but when they're exposed to sunlight, they break down and interact with other molecules in the beer to produce a molecule that almost identical to the one in a skunk smell spray.
No, I did not know that.
Interesting.
It is.
It is
true.
sunlight though.
Yeah, it is true what you said.
But that's kind of weird because like in a can, is it skunky out of a can?
No, because the sunlight doesn't go through it.
I'm gonna have to try that out.
Unless it's like before it's packaged, they let sunlight go through it to make that effect, and it's not.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, I wouldn't know for sure unless we looked it up.
What's that?
Up.
Sorry, too much weed. We want to smoke some weed. Should smoke some weed, huh? Weed's good for you. I heard.
Is it?
It might cause heart disease, though. I don't know.
Heart disease. I've never heard of it causing heart disease.
I think just because it's carcinogenic. Because when you light it, like I think if you eat it, it's not. But if you light it on fire,
it is smoke going into your lungs. So
right.
Yeah, carcinogens are bad for you. But out of everything else you could be smoking, it has some of the least harmful effects.
Definitely. Also, I like to smoke. It's good.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they finally legalized it. After, 4.5 years when they announced it? Or was it 1.5 years?
How many states is it legal in now? What's your guess?
It's got to be legal, in at least 15 states.
How many states in the United States is weed legal?
18 states. According to usnews.com, recreational marijuana is legal in 18 states, Washington, D.C., and Guam.
18 states. That was close.
Wow, thank you for blowing up my podcast, computer. You can always count on her. 18, that's not bad, though. That's more than I thought. I bet, if it ever becomes federally legal, wasn't Biden talking about?
I think he was one of the campaign promises.
But he's a Democrat, so he lies. You know how that is.
Oh yeah.
I think Russia. Or it's funny because our president seems like he wants to be a tough guy. He always talks about beating up corn pop,
Oh,
behind the
yeah.
bleachers, and then it's like he wants to fight Trump, and then like
He wants to fight Putin too,
I
but he
mean,
can't
that's
even
what I'm
shake his
saying. Like
hand.
that's what scares me is like you got somebody who's like wanting to be tough guy and stuff, and I mean, at least he seems like he wants to be tough guy, but
He's
he's
not
like
coherent enough to be
like
tough.
weak
He's
in
not coherent
almost
enough.
every way. It's
Like, they tell him what to do, they control him. Of course, the mainstream media now, they've turned against him. I saw a few reports from
yeah, but they're still
CNBC.
incredibly soft.
Oh yeah, they're softballing it all the way. But
Oh yeah.
his House Speaker, Penn Pulaski or Lasky, the redhead, the House Speaker, or the Press Speaker, excuse me.
Oh, you're talking about Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki. What did I say?
You're going for Nancy Pelosi, I think.
Yeah.
But
Well, I can't really tell the two apart. They both do the same thing: lie and deny. But they've been hardballing her.
what do you think about when President Biden was like, it's not my fault, or it's not government spending that's the problem with inflation. It's Putin.
Oh, it's Putin, is it? I mean, there's.
Like, what? I mean, do you think anybody buys that?
I think he's full of crap. No
I mean,
one's buying it.
Do you even like a leftard? You think they'd?
No,
Sorry.
I think the lefties are finally starting to see their man as the one who got them into this. As much as they try to deflect blame, it's dishonest, disingenuous.
Me personally, I think there are those few people that watch the CNN and the MSNBC, and they take every little word as truth, and every little
Yeah.
half truth. And in my opinion, if you take something out of context and it's a half truth, it's a lie.
Yeah, telling the truth as you knew it to be at that time, that's more their game.
And what do you think about people that say, "This is my truth"? What do you think about that?
The truth does not change. You cannot claim it as your own. It changes the things around it, but it fundamentally does not change. It does not. It can be corrupted.
It's kind of like, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
Yes, it does.
Even if no one's around?
It does make a sound.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
What about like, I don't know if you've ever, I don't know, this might be going a little too far into the rabbit hole here, but like they talk about quantum physics, how like something could be stuck in between one state or the next, and then they give this example of the dead cat in the box. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm not familiar with it.
Where they put a noxious chemical in there, and they're like, it's like a hypothetical experiment. Basically, when they break the glass and it kills the cat, is the cat dead then, or is he dead when you open the box? And you don't really know until you open the box. And then at the point in time when you open the box, that's the state in which it is. It's kind of a...
I'm not too familiar with that.
Anyway, forget everything I just said. That was way too much.
No, it was down the rabbit hole.
But yeah, for sure.
But we understood. What about speaking on physics, molecules pass each other? So like when you go to pick up something, your molecules are packed so tightly together they can hold on to something. But there's a chance all the particles and molecules in two different objects can miss each other.
Yeah,
like when you go to pick up something, you're like, I thought I grabbed it, just your molecules missing it.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too far down the rabbit hole, but that's an example.
No, you're just clumsy.
Think so?
Yep.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the molecule.
Well, they didn't go through those chess pieces earlier.
It sure did not. I let them have 2 games of chess.
Chess is fun.
Chess is a game everyone should play, I think.
But yeah, apparently Russia's got the bigger standing army, and they got more artillery than we have, but we have more airplanes than aircraft carriers.
It was something like 4,000 last time I checked. 4,000 aircraft, or 2,000 to 4,000.
I'm not sure the numbers. I know just Russia alone would give us a problem, and then you add China on top of that. I think we'd be beat pretty easily.
I don't think that's true at all.
No?
I think we have a lot of highly skilled military out there, and they're moving
like
to the
think
right
so.
places.
But and I kind of believe this in a sense. It makes a lot of sense, because like in China, they don't view their military in the same way as Americans do. Because in America, it's all about serving your country and honor and
Yeah.
stuff. And we like to think that our best and our brightest goes towards defending our country. To where the Chinese, they have, or actually, I'm sorry, it's a correction, not the Chinese. It's actually the Japanese. They have a saying good steel doesn't go into making nails.
Yeah, they definitely spend their entire lives being
So,
schooled and prepared for something like the military.
well, in their culture, like when you go into the military, it's kind of like, okay, it's because you couldn't make it as anything else.
Yes, in the United States, it's certainly like that.
Well, I don't know if it's like that. Well, not in our view, though. I'm talking about that's how they act. The people, the society. That's how the society in Japan views their military. To where in our country, our society is like honor, integrity. Well, at least how we view it, whether it is or not.
Yeah, the Japanese culture is certainly a lot different than the United States.
How do you feel about the Japanese view? Do you think that's incorrect or correct, or like it could be a half truth?
I think that
a lie
may be a half truth because Japanese children spend all their lives in school, just like the Chinese children, and they're a lot more educated when they come out.
Well, don't they graduate earlier then?
They certainly do.
They
go to school for
year round, right?
Year round, and they go Monday through Saturday, where we just have Monday through Friday, and they actually have where you start off, you live at school. So you get up at a certain time and you're in school, and then there's a lunch break, an hour or two, and then there's more studying all the way through. And then you go to sleep there about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, on top of having a job.
Nice.
They certainly do drive the value of going to school and getting your education a lot harder.
And I hear they get more vacation time too. I wonder what the average vacation time is. Where do you want to look? China? Or
I doubt China has vacation time.
Or you want to do like a better one like India?
Try India.
Let's see what's the average compared to the United States, I wonder. Average vacation time in India.
According to the Economic Times, 63% Indians can do without a vacation for over 3 months, and even though on an average Indians avail 15 days of vacation out of the 20 days they receive, 53% take fewer days than they get.
So what's 15 days? 2 weeks?
Just over.
So without a vacation for over 3 months, and even though, so every 3 months they get 2 weeks.
That's not... I mean, they only take 15 days on average out of their 20. I mean, over half they do not take the time off. They're like, no, let's not. More Americans
probably can't afford it.
Yeah, the shipyards at Tree Lang or Lang is a haven for...
So you think the Americans get... Because I heard that America doesn't get that much. That we're worked all the time and...
we get
compared to other countries.
We get the weekends off.
Other developed countries, I should say.
Well, I
guess India's not really a developed country.
It's in the third world, I think so.
Yeah.
They're not as developed as some other countries.
Right.
But they do have an economy that's self-supporting for the most part.
Nice. Well, what's your ambitions in life, bud?
Ambitions in life?
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Having a nice stock portfolio, having a nice little house, and a few guns to play with. LOL, no one plays with guns. Nobody does.
I play with my guns.
I like to take them out to...
Not with real bullets, though. I always make sure to clean rounds. Sir. Well, guys, I think we've had enough here. What do you think, bud?
I think it's time for us to let the people go.
Well, hey, guys. Been real. Thank you for joining the podcast. Hopefully, inspired somebody to maybe ask some questions. Signing off. Have a good one.